Welcome, my fellow time travelers. We are gathered here today for a very special event. We are, lots of people in the chat, I'm sure, as well as me, Angus, DocRandom Mole. And I'm joined by my three co-hosts. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna start.
You're not pointing.
I'm gonna point. That away. I can point the right direction now. It works out.
Is that me?
That's you. That's you.
That's you.
Me.
Yes.
Oomzer Buchter. So below me. That's
behind the sun. I don't know which side, but it's me, Corinne TimesNewRoman Gerritsen.
Yeah, I see the sun is very radiant now.
If you didn't want me here, you could just say so.
You're the sun of our universe. And last but not least,
it's me, Sophie, or Space.
Wonderful. And so we thought we'd try something fun and different for our awards. Last year we had some interesting awards as well, but we of course never do anything just exactly the same way at the same time. So what we did for this year, we are organizing the Past, Present, Future Awards. In fact, we've already organized them. I am sure you've all voted. You have voted. Voting
if you haven't,
important. The range of fashion choices is stellar. This is
basically Angus didn't tell us that he was going to be fancy.
I did.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
And Sophie, I think he did.
He didn't tell me because he knew he would be outshined. That's it, right?
And I'm always fancy regardless of fashion choice. So
you have got such a fancy setting. I remember when way back when was this? April? No, whatever you sent in your clip, your little clip. I was wowed by your performance, but I was also wowed by the setting of the performance. It was like, that looks like a very nice place to hang out and shoot a clip from, and that's what we get to do tonight as well. So yeah, but I mean, just to give you a little bit of a look at this exact pandemic chic that I'm rocking here.
Is he wearing?
There you go. I'm just wearing my brown pants I was wearing today. So
you could have been wearing pajama pants. So,
I should have been wearing pajama pants.
I like Rolf's comment. I'm so happy Sophie managed to take some time during whatever dark ritual she's working on.
Exactly.
Oh, always, yeah. I can always resume my dark rituals and interrupt them at will. I mean, just for value.
Value is a dark ritual. We haven't told you yet, but
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
We are gathering souls for the most nefarious of purposes. Absolutely.
Definitely. We call them followers. and Omar informed me, by the way, that we hit another milestone.
700 of them. Yes.
700 subjects for your evil rituals. So there you go. Yeah, 701 and counting, I'm sure. So I'm very happy to be joined by at least 13 of those 701 followers. Good innings. We're sort of slowly getting to the point where I'm going to try and do something very scary. I'm going to try and break the stream again.
Do you have trumpets?
I have trumpets. I should have trumpets. I think so.
Because 700 followers. I mean.
Oh, you mean you want me to trumpet?
I mean, I can't do it. I mean,
there were definitely just trumpets on stream. So we're gonna try. I mean, Ava already successfully did it, but I'm gonna try and do one of these quiz things. Never done them myself.
It's good fun.
It is good fun for sure. And maybe before we do this, we wait a tiny little moment because I want to give people the chance to actually be part of this quiz or see the technological failure in all its glory.
There's no technical issues here whatsoever.
Never.
Ever.
So.
Also, J. Pasco, I will never start minting NFTs. Burn the rich, eat them, whatever. Don't mint NFTs is the new one.
Just don't mint anything.
You will burn the rich in your loft. That is an evil ritual that definitely is going on there. But the minting of NFTs.
Oh no! I'm not burning anything in here because it's a thatched roof. So I'd risk a whole lot more than just getting thrown in jail for murdering people on a grand and industrial scale, however justified.
You would not be in jail because you would be burned as well with the roof, I guess.
Who says I burn? Who says I burn?
I think witches burn well, right?
No, that's the point. If they don't burn, they're witches.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
Oh,
No, I think, okay, burning rich people in your thatched roof house maybe is a bit too Wicker Man then. So maybe you don't do that. Maybe you just boil them or something else. That's fine. So we have 18 people in our chat, and I feel that we're about to reach the critical mass of people that we could try and do a little quiz with. Right? Shall I try it? I honestly don't know if this is gonna work.
Yeah, break the stream. So, let's go.
All right. As part of this, you will have to download QuizKit. So let me quickly
download.
No, not download. You have to sort of give access to it. Yeah. Let me see the quick start videos. I'm just gonna really quickly link that in how to play QuizKit. Yes, there we go. I think this is a YouTube video that I can very easily link. Is it not it? Oh, well.
Okay, so if you've got your phone, you'll want to press on this little button here, and that's where you'll find QuizKit. If it zooms, it doesn't zoom, but you get the gist.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. And if you're on your computer, and if you go to the right-hand side of your of our video feed, then you should see the QuizKit pop up. Well, you have to do certain things like sign over your soul to Sophie, but that's
you should already have done that. So I mean,
true.
Wonderful to see Bianca plays in here as well. Stuck in traffic in LA. I'm gonna guess that happens more often in LA. But it's great to see that you're lurking. Probably if you're stuck in traffic and you're moving still slightly, you probably cannot join with our quiz. But
who's getting an ad? Is that you?
I'm trying to play it on my phone. I'm trying to see how it works, but
that's an interesting ad for sure. All right.
I have no clue how to do this.
All right.
Me neither. I'm just gonna.
Right now, I'm gonna in fact select the quiz that we'll be playing, and I'm gonna start the quiz. So, not entirely super sure how this will work because we're gonna play 3 questions first. You have 20 seconds to answer. Each, not all of them, but per question. And after that, we're gonna pause the quiz because we're gonna do the rest of the quiz after every category that we introduce. So I'm gonna start it right now, and we'll do 3 questions, and hopefully this works. Working on it, it says. Sending rules to players, it says. It being the plugin.
Cool. I'm gonna join.
You're gonna.
I'm gonna join.
There we go. Wonderful.
Oh.
I think you can also switch this on for visual if you like or not. So, points mode. The player with the highest amounts of points at the end wins. Players with correct answers gain points. Faster answers gain more points. If you answer correctly, you lose more points. Oh, incorrectly, sorry. You lose more points by answering faster. If you don't answer, no points are earned or lost. Play strategically. So, aside from this being a fun thing, there's a prize at the end. Or best game of the present as a giveaway at the end of this. So we don't know yet what that is. Maybe it's a horrible game. Maybe you don't want it.
We do, but
we do. We definitely do. We are in the know.
Also, do we, the value people, participate, or do we?
Yeah. So
this is a rigged competition, people.
What I'm gonna do, real brief, because I'm gonna guess, looking at the stream right now, that both Corinne and Sophie are completely hidden behind or overlay.
They are, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and do some stealth cropping here again.
Corinne is hidden twice. He's hidden behind the sun and behind the QuizKit. It's like,
how wonderful is this?
You're not making it obvious.
I am not sure why I'm invited, but it's not to show my face. I know that.
All right, let me see if I can quickly work a little bit with this, because that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be nice if you could crop?
Yeah, cropping I think can definitely work, but not the overlay though. So I'm gonna put things into. I'm gonna just scale us a little bit. Whoops. There we go. All right. Let's see if this works. All right.
I don't know.
I think
The
this works.
delay.
Has a tiny bit of a delay. Oops, that's what I wanted to do.
That works better. I see it getting better.
You see it getting better. I think this is nice. This is nice. All right. Rules are here. Starting the game. Oh, by the way, you can play. By the way,
Do we need to type, or
if Corina happens to win, that's because she came up with 2 of the questions, and
Yeah,
we're
if
gonna
I'm gonna
point at her.
win, I'll sign off. I'll just say that I'm the best, but I won't take the credits too much, right?
Exactly.
okay.
Shall I make us even a tiny little bit smaller so we can actually still all be see? Oops.
Yeah, I think that's better because
Yeah,
I'm quite high here, like in the upper
let's-
corner. But
let's try it. Let's try it a little bit like
Not like that.
this. Yeah. All right.
yeah, that's a lot better.
A lot better. Okay, cool. All right, I'm really doing it now. I'm pressing start game.
Yes,
Working on it.
at long last.
All right, you should have 17 seconds now to actually work.
I don't even
with
have the
this.
question yet, so I mean.
No shame.
No,
You-
bot, we don't want you here. I'm multitasking here. I'm banning bots and answering questions.
Oh wait. To what extent
Bonus
are
points
these
for you.
trick questions?
They're not.
Not at
They're
all.
not. No, but if we
Oh.
have a game of the year, we haven't announced the game of the year 2021 yet.
Oh,
Good
that's
point.
It's a typo. This is great. No technical issues. This was 2020. I'm very sorry, people. Should we try this again? No. This was meant to be 2020. This is what you get when you do the device quizzes by yourself. Well, hopefully this is the only one. Did Ava make this question? No, I made this question. Of
I mean,
course.
we all know it was.
Ava
Formula One,
comes
right?
Ava comes prepared. Ava comes prepared. I in fact do not. All right. Well, I'm still gonna move on because this is all in all a very silly quiz. Reveal the answer. This was meant to be 2020. So just cancel 2021. Yes, for sure. All right.
You get points minus.
You get points
What?
minus. Yeah, for sure. So last year we in fact did not have one game of the year 2020.
Wow.
This is just to show you that I can be definitely nasty. The rest of the questions are going to be.
Ava did write this question. God damn it.
No, she did not. We did not have one game of the year because in fact we had 5 game of the years, including Old World, Hades, Crusader Kings 3, and what else, Corinne? You voiced over the big
Pendragon.
Pendragon. Yes, absolutely.
Spiritfarer.
And Spiritfarer.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that I have it in front of me. No.
Very good. Very good. All right.
Oh, you're cheating, you mean, Omar? Why
No,
do you
because
have that in front of you?
I had
Well-
it wrong because I said one of those options.
This is a wonderful scoreboard to look at. Everybody is in the minus.
Everyone in the
Also,
mind.
if you click faster,
God
you get
damn
more
it.
minus points. That's not fair.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Yeah.
Real
Oh,
quick.
that's true. Oh, if you're not sure, you should.
Next question
Really?
coming up. What was the first console
Oh,
electronic computer built
Christ.
for playing?
You need to be
Uh.
ancient to know this.
I mean, you don't have to be ancient. I could imagine that a centuries-old vampire wouldn't necessarily have electronic computers
I
for a hobby.
boycott this quiz.
You cannot boycott the quiz, Omar.
I can just
I
not
mean-
ask.
Omar is the ancient old vampire.
All right. We'll reveal the answer now. Okay. The answer, is Nimrod. Nimrod
Dang
was in
it.
fact 0 people. Oh, we're doing great here. We're doing great here. This is
So we're
excellent.
going for the person that's least below 0, right?
Yes,
At this rate,
absolutely.
yes.
So Nimrod was the first purpose-built computer for playing a game, and the game was the game of Nim, which is a little bit like I guess tic-tac-toe, larger version of it. That was Nimrod. It could only play games. It's a computer from the 50s. So the rest of them are, the PDP 100 is not a console. It is a general purpose. It was a supercomputer of the of the 50s. And Commodore 64 and NES are definitely, Commodore 64 is a microcomputer, and the NES is a true console. So there you go. You could have maybe doctored that one out, but nothing did.
No one did.
So, all right.
We're going to be losing viewers at this rate.
Yeah, for sure. I thought, that is gonna. All right. Hopefully, the next question will be a little bit more easy. This is the last question. Then we're gonna go to our reveal for the best games from the past. Next question coming up. I know for sure there's at least one person in here who should know it.
What the heck is the game of 20s?
I think there's 2 people in this room who know.
Probably. Yeah, I will know.
You will know.
This is me playing to the regulars a little bit here. All right. Waiting for the players. Let's see what we ended up doing here. I like the fact that we're in the minus, but we're very good. I mean, this is looking better. All right.
I hate that there's a delay, so I don't know the answer. It's really
waiting.
I've heard the game, the royal game of Ur, mentioned too many times not to pick that as an answer.
All right. Welp.
Some people aren't doing really well.
There is in fact contestant number 11. I have not a clue who you are.
It
You're
says
probably...
on my screen you are ranked 1 of 8.
Well,
So...
I guess you're contestant number 11 then. I'm gonna guess.
I guess I am. I don't know why it says.
This is gonna be interesting in the end. But there's people who are approaching 0 again. So I call that a successful round of quizzing.
So what works if you don't know a question, just don't answer because you won't lose any points.
Oh,
That's what it said in the rules.
That's rigged. Jeez.
That's what it said in the rules. That's what I did.
All right.
Okay.
What I'm gonna suggest now is that for everybody here who's viewing, you go back to your quiz kit and you switch it to invisible, because we are in fact going to announce our very first nominees.
Now I need to speak. Oh no.
Drum roll.
So will you have like the thing on the screen?
So
or
would
like
you? So what would you like me to do, Omar? Do you want to do like this was very tough. We had a long. What do you want to do here? Do you want to do that, or do you want to do after? Do you want to do the commentary, or do you want to be like, this is it? Because I can roll the tape.
How about an Oscar speech?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
okay, sure.
And Ludo history in the chat as well.
Know
wonderful.
Yeah, just play it. I'll figure it out.
Well, we are gonna be muted, by the way, while this thing rolls. So just so you know. And in theory, if I've done my work correctly, we will be back here automatically as well. So, all right, here are our nominees as well as straight up our game of 2021 from the past. So these are the games that we played in 2021, but that were not from 2021. Here it comes. hello. Yes, Omar.
So, yeah, best game from the past. Hades.
This I know that this is a game that you truly, truly love, right?
I love this game. As Patrice everyone know. Yeah, so it's not very unsurprising. I think that one of the games of 2020 is also one of the games which you chose as the best game from the past. I don't like Hades. I'm sorry for the people in chat who are now gonna rage over me hating on Hades, but I'll keep it
I
down.
voted for Hades.
I didn't. No. Anyway, I mean, what's there to tell about Hades? Most of you love it. Aris
The
loves
game sucks.
Aris really loves it. I think Corina also kind of likes it. Sophie likes it. Angus likes it. I feel really alone when I'm raging about Hades and
this is
how
the
not
best.
fun.
This is not an acceptance speech, but this is the
This
best.
is the best. This was the best category for you to.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why I chose this
that.
category, but I didn't know which one. So, which
You
game
didn't-
won? So
exactly.
I mean, I voted for Archfire, so I mean,
Okay. So interesting collection of games in our nominees, right? We had Hearts of Iron 4, we had Hades, we had A Plague Tale: Innocence. Hugo. I don't know who voted for this, but whatever.
whatever.
Maybe I even voted for this. I honestly don't remember. And Stellaris. So there were 2 Paradox Interactive games in there. 3 of them were very much fast focused, but the 4th one, Stellaris, is also of those games the only game I've never played. It's very much future focused, right? So it's interesting. I'm
Very
just saying.
interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying
No,
that.
it is. Yeah.
And so I know that Stellaris is a pretty. Anybody here played Stellaris?
Nope.
I have not.
No. Interesting. It should be an interesting play. I mean, if you like Paradox games, it should be an interesting game to also play. At the same time, if you play Paradox games, I mean, how many can you play? Can you fit in your life, right?
I
Not
was
enough.
about to say I have a backlog. I need sleep.
Yes.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
occasionally.
But why sleep when you can have Paradox Interactive games? I mean,
Well, the mind agrees, but the body does not.
It's interesting that you say this though, because I think this. I want to say this is the year that I played the least amount of games ever, but that's also not true. For reasons that will become a little bit obvious later. But I do feel that there is this backlog from this year, as well as the year before, as well as the year before that, even.
like always. I mean, same with books, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's the same with books as well, right? But because Stellaris is from 2018, I want to say 2000. I think so. Yeah.
I saw a romantic comedy. I think it was from the same people behind Four Weddings and a Funeral, about a guy
Classic.
who could travel back in time by entering some dark, confined space and closing his eyes and thinking of the moment he wanted to travel back to. And that was apparently handed down throughout the family from father to son. And his father literally used his ability only to read all the books ever known to men.
Nice.
Which, you know.
this is a good, a pretty good purpose for time traveling. I think.
So Stellaris is from 2016.
Oh, even from 20.
And I think Hearts of Iron is as well.
Oh wow! So good year for Paradox. This year wasn't exactly a good year for Paradox in terms of sales went down a little bit. Its shares went down. It didn't have any major games being brought out. Some major delays.
It had a big DLC.
It had a big DLC for sure. So interesting to see this category of games. I think in total, by the way, we had people nominating and therefore also voting. Corinne, I think there were about 40, 50, something. Well, 40, I think.
There were a lot.
There were a lot. Yes, for sure. Bloodlines 2 still isn't out.
37 to be exact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this was the largest category, right? As in the most games entered.
Yeah. And, which is also interesting, right? Because we do play lots of different games. Although I think come to think of it, I didn't nominate Hades because I didn't play it this year. I would have nominated if I played it.
Didn't you play it?
No. I was.
You backbenched when Ares played it.
Yeah. You can literally see me in that video. You can see me backbenching on my couch just behind me while
He's like
Ares
waving
is.
at the camera. Hi.
Yeah, yes, for sure. All right. Talking about backbenching, I think maybe it's about time to continue our quiz. So this is the moment to switch Quiz Kit on again, if you like. So you can switch it back to visible on the side of your screen, or
Go.
I haven't got a clue what this will look like on mobile, but I'm sure there's also some way to switch it back on.
It's pretty accessible on mobile.
That is great to hear. I want to say I'm so happy that this actually works.
Don't say it when we're not done yet.
No prizes for guessing which
Don't
nomination was mine.
Jinx it, please.
All right. Are we ready? Have we switched? By the way, the great thing about almost everybody being in the minus, is that even if you just entered, you are in fact ahead with this quiz.
Wow.
Is that the truth? Yes.
That is the truth. So
this is very accessible for new people.
Very accessible for new people. It's very technical.
Open arms, very low
If you
boundary.
didn't play until now, it's very technical. So
And
let's see.
That typo was a conscious decision so that, people
Exactly.
could still join.
Yeah, to make things more accessible.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's going to be more quiz shenanigans in here. We'll see. But here is the next question.
The delay is so annoying.
Yeah, it's so long.
What are the ingredients of grog?
Oh god. Remember this?
Fire tears.
Pirate tears, yeah, obviously.
Gunpowder.
Only real pirates will answer pirate tears.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. All right. Answer is coming up, I think, in a tiny little bit. Yeah.
Also, for Bianca Plays 97, we'll be resuming streaming in the
new year. It's a little bit up to you, I would say. When you want to actually resume streaming, it's either the first week after of the new year or the second week of January. Because as I said, it's a little bit up to you. I can see how people would require a bit longer of a holiday, just a week. All right, as we see the answer here, rum and water.
Not pirate tears.
It was not pirate tears. It was also not IPA and gunpowder. It wasn't sugar, spice, and everything nice either. Great. I mean, this is one of those things that if you even watched one stream of Ava, you will have heard about grog, and you will also have heard about its ingredients. This is probably this was another way of asking what is the most shared factoid on this channel this year, and that was this particular factoid, I think. So, Ava, by the way, is probably not here with us in chat. Otherwise, she would have had an absolute advantage because she's moving right now. And I don't mean like moving in time and space. No, she's actually like moving.
Maybe she is. We don't know.
I'm gonna guess she's also moving in time and space. Just
we all are moving in time and space.
Are we?
Actually.
I'm not.
This was a history stream, not a philosophy stream, right?
Or a physics stream. All right.
Next question.
Next question, indeed. Before we delve into things.
Also, what is IPA?
Indian pale
ale.
Pale ale. It's beer.
Oh, okay.
Which ancient leader has the most coins with their face on it?
Oh Christ!
Where's Ares when you need him? No,
Shit,
Corina.
no,
you
no.
know this, Corina.
I messed up. I don't.
You're the one with the coins.
So if this is the moment where Corina will take the lead, then this is the moment where Corina will take the lead.
No, Corina will not take the lead. Corina is still very much in the minus.
Okay, very good. Would love a philosophy stream. I would also love a philosophy stream. We have to make this happen.
Definitely be up for a philosophy stream.
All right, maybe we make this happen. Just a hardcore philosophy stream, not even a game.
I could talk about Hegel for like 10 hours probably.
I could probably talk. What philosopher could I genuinely talk about for more than 5 minutes?
I think we once had.
Thoughtful, because he did some
Socrates?
crazy ass shit on physics, but I still count it as philosophy because
I was
it's
like,
it's
physics.
utter
That's
nonsense.
But actually,
All
she
right.
did once ask me on stream who my favorite philosopher was. So I think we did have a discussion about this
We
once.
we did, yeah, for
I
sure, for
can't
sure.
remember when, but we did.
Ooh, I see a lot of people shooting into the minus again. The right answer is
Yeah.
Alexander. So,
I answered wrongly correctly. I am very happy with
Very good.
myself.
Very good. So, Corinne, this was not my question. My only question would be here: how do we know who has counted all
don't.
these things?
We don't.
Well, we know that he had the most because of a few reasons. Basically, the silver we are still using today, 80% of the silver in Europe is still the coins that were once minted by Alexander the Great when he got to Babylon and actually took the treasure there and minted all of those. Not with his face, but later generations reminted them with his face on it. So he didn't actually do it himself, but later generations did. But basically, all of our precious metal, the overwhelming majority, is still of those metals that were basically booty of Alexander the Great.
Oh my goodness! The booty of Alexander the Great is still the largest amount of silver. I did hear that he had a great booty. That's understandable.
I wonder how Corinne could have almost 20 points on this question.
I don't know. All right.
Yeah, I'm still very much in the minus, so cut me a break.
Intelligence minor has required me to
I'm
know about
first.
Foucault. Yes, you're
Oh,
first.
sorry.
Very well done.
Ah,
Because you're wrong
by
right
accident.
answer. Yeah.
But
So poor Nina had to know about Foucault. You know who also hates
mean-
Foucault, by the way?
Aris?
Me?
Francis Fukuyama. I read an interview with him today in, I don't know, some web platform. Not linkable. It's also in Dutch, and he said, "What we're seeing right now, the sort of the division in our the culture wars, is all because of Foucault."
He's the one who said that the history was over with. So I mean,
All right. You did not dress for the gala. Well, that is
Me
fine.
neither.
You didn't know you would be wandering into quite such a classy occasion, just as Omar and the rest maybe. But I just felt like dressing up. Sometimes you have that, right?
This is just how he dresses all the time.
This is exactly how I dress all the time. All right. Next question for this round. And also, yeah, exactly. It will be the halfway point of our quiz. Next question coming up. This is a nice one.
Oh. Oh.
What is currently the highest rated historical game according to SteamDB? Historical game means tagged as being historical on Steam. SteamDB
Honestly, I answered the shits and giggles answer, but I hope I'm right.
I hope it's just not the game I think it is.
My heels are almost as smart as your comments. Ooh, you got some good. Heels. I'm not wearing heels. I'm afraid. That's. I wish I had that sense of style. All right. The answer is.
It's really not a matter of sense of style. It's a matter of how brave you are.
That is
Good
true.
point.
That is true. I mean, if ever I were to wear heels, it probably would be behind my desk here.
Still not out of the minus, people.
Mount and Blade Warband.
Thank you. I was right.
People that voted totally accurate battle simulator, you were very, very close. Totally accurate battle simulator is in fact the highest rated historical game on Steam that was released this year, according to SteamDB. So, but still,
I was close.
Still,
I'll take it.
Still defeated by Mount and Blade Warband,
which is an excellent game. So if you haven't played it, play it because it's fun. Also,
it is
really happy it's not Humankind. Really happy it's not Humankind because
it is not. Whoops. Let's see here. There we go. We're gonna allow a term in here.
Humankind was pretty
Surely
high
Tabs
profile,
is older
though,
than this
right?
year. Humankind was pretty high profile, but it isn't rated on Steam as highly as these other games. Not by
because it's not a good game.
Humankind isn't even on Steam yet. I think it is. It should be.
It's most definitely.
Because I think I played it via Steam. Not
me
super
as
sure.
well.
27,000 points this round. You're still in the negative.
I have to
But that's
make
because
two questions myself only to get to the
Yeah.
positive numbers, and even then I feel.
All
It's
right.
just because you knew the questions would come up, so you were like, haha.
Aha. It's time to switch over quiz kids again. We
still
are
ready.
gonna go to our next category, which is best games from 2021. So games that were either in early access this year, or released this year, and that are taking place somewhere in the past. All right, are we ready for it? This is a category that you will talk us through, right, Corinne?
Yeah, so I just looked it up, and for historical games in Steam with a historical tag, there are now 2,147, which I know is at least more than 250 more than I started to write my thesis, because I looked it up back then as well. So this ever-growing number of historical games clearly states that we like our historical games and we like to play them on this channel, as we know. So we didn't have as much nominees as we did for the last category, but we still had 11. So yeah, quite some games were nominated for this category. So I think it's now time to show which were the honorable mentions and which game actually made it to the top game this year.
The echelon of best games
The
in the
Zenith.
past from 2021. Here they come.
Here we-
Yeah, the beautiful city of York. I've actually been there and seen this. It's beautiful world. You should 100% visit York. Oh my god, we slaughtered them. I was a bit... maybe I went a bit too hard on this. Victory. Or we might even wrap up the stream here. Yeah!
Wonderful.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we're back.
I would like to comment just real quick that even though the gays didn't win this award, the gays won regardless because of the Great Ace Attorney. It's that
Wonderful.
was a feat. I don't know what it was. It was a game. It happened.
Could say that. Well, not necessarily.
If they all voted the same game in the same category, it would have ended higher, but that was not the case. So
No, exactly.
That would have evened the playing field. So yes, the Great Ace Attorney had 3 votes, but 1 vote in another category. So if you all voted at the same category for the same game, then
you gotta organize. You gotta organize. and I want to say that maybe not necessarily the gays, but I think a slightly or even a hugely queer game won best games from the past. So Hades, right? So
fair.
I'm gonna say the gays are disorganized. It's true. Well, I guess that in that aspect I can completely shake hands with anybody basically that is also disorganized. So, but yeah, I also have to say, I don't think anybody here actually played Age of Empires 4, or did you, Omar?
No, I've never. I've never played Age of Empires before. It's just not my
Sophie,
kind of
did you play Age of Empires 4?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I literally only play Ghost of Tsushima ever.
Ever.
All day, every day.
No Assassin's Creed. No, only Ghost of Tsushima.
No. I mean, I've
just
played
play-
Spiritfarer 2. I've played a whole lot of other games, but I haven't played Age of Empires, any of the Age of Empire.
Who
titles.
voted for this game? Because I certainly didn't vote for it because I didn't play it yet. I'm sure that
Well,
I
I
will
know
play it.
Eris did.
Yeah,
Probably
I think
Ares like
Because
4 times.
Eris was prepared because he voted Age of Empires in at least 2 categories. So
Yes.
you see, he was thinking about how he
well,
could maximize his chances.
he was hedging his bets, yeah, for
So
sure.
I think we're banning Ares from ever voting again.
Will there
Because
be?
we can, maybe it's fun to read like some of the things people said, because I put it also in a file and we can read it now and I put it in alphabetical order so we could easily see it. Eris said twice the same thing. I know it was him. Nostalgia is strong with this one, and again, nostalgia is strong with this one.
I object. I object.
Objection! Yeah.
We can just... Yeah, Ares.
And someone else said, great to play a part of the history of a historical country and follow its path in history. Or the documentary style of the campaigns are mixed bag for me, but the ways in which Age of Empires 4 messes with the core progression to better represent the cultures it is portraying is extremely cool to me.
Very good, very good. I definitely did not vote Age of Empires. I voted I'm Gonna Guess Together with You, Corinne, The Forgotten City.
I love that game.
I
Yeah.
don't even remember what I voted.
I think,
Dude.
yeah, I mean, Ludo History also said it, I think, just now. Or did
I
I?
don't think I voted for this one at all because I didn't play any games that came out this year that were sort of historically
No,
set.
not even for the streams that you've been playing, right? Because
No.
you've been playing all games from the past, about the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Even I mean, maybe you could have gotten away with Ghost of Tsushima and the DLC Iki Island, but you hadn't played it. You hadn't played it maybe yet when you nominated.
I'm not. No, I don't think so actually. So yeah, I just hadn't played any to nominate.
Yeah, so to react to Ludo History in chat, your votes were just nominees indeed, and not like the order. So that's why.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They were just like random order.
Yeah, there's no loose and fast sort of rule book for these awards. They are very official.
We just make them up on the fly.
But I mean, we basically this will be an evolving tradition. So hopefully next year we can get even more nominees in, and when we get more nominees in, then maybe we could even do a second voting round or whatever. Looking forward
just decide ourselves.
Or we have an expert committee like with the Oscars, sort of voting on who gets to win. Right? That is that will be
But the expert
horrible.
committee is us, right? I mean,
it will be horrible.
again.
True.
Yeah. I don't want
I'm
that
just
at all.
gonna say, because Ludo History said it as well, that Forgotten City is an amazing game that takes place in the past, and one that actually surprised me the most this year, I guess. And I think, as far as Roman history, it's the best game.
Don't forget to tell everyone that your award is very prestigious. Our award list is very,
very special.
Very prestigious.
Was Forgotten History based on a Skyrim mod?
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it was I played first the mod and then we played the actual game, and they are both amazing. But of course, I liked the game more because it's, you know, there's more of a story, but also because it's this Roman setting. But they really thought about like how they presented people, how they presented cultures, and how they presented their timeline, and it's great. We have like a Dutch guy with a German accent. It's all amazing.
Yeah. Batavian. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's amazing stuff.
Dutch, German, it's all
it's all the same. Yeah, it's a great game. I also now wonder what other games I voted for. I'm gonna guess I voted for not Overboard, I think. But I completely forgot now. I literally
me as well. I'm like looking at the list, like what? I think I voted for the Hearts of Iron 4 DLC. Probably, that's probably me.
All right. Also, Devs just joined. Wonderful. By the way, thanks all for joining. We're gonna probably Elsedev could still be in the game if he plays his cards right. Because I'm sure
You can still win because we all suck.
because there's a lot of people at negative points. So it's time for the next round, and I think maybe we'll switch or procedure around a little bit. I think next we will do best games of the future as the category, because then we also get to call in Javier, who I'm sure is waiting for us in the wings. So after we do our little quiz, we will have our best game of the future. We will roll our best game of the future video, and afterwards, we will have a talk about another great game that is in the future, and in fact, even have a trailer for that game after this. So this is what we will be doing next. But first up is
Wait, I need to put it on visible. Hold on.
Yeah, put it on visible.
I will still want a window.
Absolutely. Of course,
still leading.
Play to win. Next question. How many times were the value trumpets used in chat?
Oh, Christ.
6, 9. Nice.
Wait, you mean the emoji or the trigger?
The emoji.
Oh, dang it. Oh.
Oh, it seems to come from a far place. This. All right.
I have no clue.
Like every exam ever, like, I know this, but
Very good, people. Very good. I mean, at least 6 of you. Very good. Very well done.
Dang it.
Going in the negatives again. Yes.
Yeah.
This is just to show you
wow.
that, in fact, this game is not rigged. The 4 people before, I'm not even playing. 4 people before you here are in fact not necessarily the ones doing the best.
I mean, I'm leading, but okay. Sure.
Okay, I guess with the exception of Omar, the game is not rigged.
Well, I mean, maybe the game is rigged and we just suck monumentally.
That could also
Why
work.
not both?
Yeah.
You know?
Very new 2 questions. It's you still not first.
By the way, I want to give a quick shout out, not only to contestant number 11, which is Omar, Ludo History, but who's number 2, but also Someone XX. Because Someone XX, this was another question that I was thinking of putting in there, but Someone XX was actually the person who in our channel this year, or maybe a bot, no, I think Someone XX is in fact a person who in this channel this year got the most channel points.
Whoa, damn.
I watch almost every stream. I'm there, racking up the
me
channel
as well.
points.
Like, how?
How did you do this? Tell me your secret.
Beep boop, says Someone XX. I suppose
Beep
Someone
boop.
XX is living on a different plane of existence.
Exactly. So yeah, let me sound the horn for you just for that. Amazing. I think there were an amazing number. Could you quickly find the number of channel points that were actually gathered in this way?
I'll quickly. I think Aras mentioned it somewhere, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's in there. I could also try and find it real quick, but I had a look at this earlier this day. It's a lot.
I'll quickly go in the wheel or something. Just play the next question. We'll get back to this.
Okay, next question.
Let's go.
What was the top 3 categories we streamed the most of? What was our top 3 of the categories that we streamed the most of? In terms of hours, we're talking here.
In terms of hours?
Oh, you should have said that before I clicked, Angus.
I honestly don't know. This is just me channeling
think it
Twitch.
is.
Pools, hot tubs, and beaches.
Yeah, that's a real category in Twitch. Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Oh, Bianca, we would definitely join your party 100%. All right.
If only it was legal at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
All right. The answer
Damn it.
is just chatting. AC Valhalla and Valheim. I
Ah,
honestly,
I was fooled by humankind because that was one of the top categories, but not the top 3.
it was not the top
Yeah.
3. In fact, um, I would have thought it's Valheim, Just Chatting, and Sea of Thieves would also have been a great contender if I had not made this quiz myself. But yeah, it turns out, no, it is in fact, according to Twitch. I mean, we have no way of fact checking this, but according to Twitch, it's Just Chatting, AC Valhalla, and Valheim. All right, also Dev, thanks for joining. See you in the following year.
Yeah, so the weirdest thing is this top categories, we don't know how it's ranked, as in
No.
we don't know if it's hours or amount of times we've played it, which is weird, right?
I honestly don't know. I was just generating, but it still works out because if you look at scores, not too bad, not too bad. No, there were people that actually had it right.
Two. I mean, not me. Ludo history. Oh,
Yes, I'm fourth.
still in
You're
a minus though.
Still in a minus. Very good. All right. I
Can't
think
get
if
out
I
of that one.
remember correctly, we're gonna go to our next question still. Yes, I think that's the third this round. And after that, I would love it if you would, after this question, if you would call in Javier.
Yes, I will. When the fit is playing.
All right. Which innocent animals was sentenced in our playthrough of Aviary Attorney?
Oh god. I was there.
Who signed the death warrant of this innocent animal? That was Nina, with some botched sleuthing. But who was it? Who was it? All right.
Oh man, this is from before my time, says Robrius.
This
Indeed, the
is
very
indeed-
beginning.
This
Yeah.
is indeed from the very beginning, indeed. The great
you
days.
missed something though. Whoa.
It was
That
not.
Those
It,
were some streams.
it
Yeah.
was not, in fact, or Thirst
Ah.
Fog. It was, in fact, Catherine Marie Signe, the poor swan lady who definitely didn't deserve it, but through
Oh, I
did.
missed the stream.
The
Yeah.
only reason I know that is because it's a
You made the
French word for swan.
Oh.
No, I did not. I was just deducting, Omar.
deducting.
I have some skills.
It wasn't the black swan though. was it?
Yeah, that would, it would have been something if Nina had done more deducting. Then Marie Signe would still be with us today. But sadly, she is not.
Ah, damn, in a negative. I should stop clicking so fast if I don't know for sure.
It's because Ava and I spent
You
our
just
detective
said
time
that.
gambling. Yeah, exactly.
I
That
should
was
just stop clicking. God.
So-
Oh,
dang
more
it.
clicking.
Ludo
is the best.
history solidly in the lead. At
Oh,
some
nice.
Yeah, this is. I mean, there's gonna be one question coming up where TimesNewRoman could, in fact, I'm gonna ask you to be an ethical agent here. I just wondering. But before we get to that question, could you call in Javier and because we love having people in from other Discord communities and other historical gaming communities. Switch off the quiz kit again for now because we will be first looking at some at the Games of the Future nominees together, as well as the award for Games of the Future. And while that particular clip runs, we can call in Javier. Yes. All right. This
Yes.
is your category, Sophie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Because I know all these games.
Yeah. No.
they
All
don't
these
exist
games.
yet, so I mean,
I mean, they exist. They exist somewhere, probably
They
in some
exist.
playthrough. So,
you don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Just
all right,
hit it.
I'm gonna hit it.
Okay, so on our end, I am Javier Rayon, the director of Dream of Darkness, and we're a story-driven cosmic horror game set in the encounter of the Aztecs and the Spanish. And what we do is questioning colonial myths thanks to the findings of historians. I recently traveled, for example, to the Maya sites. What we're doing is continuously visit Tlaxcala. I live here in the Aztec capital, in Tenochtitlan. Now I went to the Maya cities in order to not only meet the experts, but also speak with the people alive today who identify themselves as Tlaxcalteca, as Nahua, as the different factions. And what we're doing now is we're learning a lot from you, from informed players, because we believe that it is impossible for, let's say, myself as a director, and many game studios do that. They begin by just the assumptions that they have in mind. I know something about history, but I'm not an expert. And with that, we go on and develop. And naturally, that leads for any game to make mistakes, or maybe like I spoke with Ludo History, not make full use of the world that you're creating, like Amazon currently has with their game. So what we do instead is show early our game, show early our prototypes, get feedback from that, and hopefully with the experts and the player feedback, we can build something better in the long run.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
So we just ran through our award for best game of the future, which is of course a bit of a joke because who knows what the best game of the future may be? It may be your game, right? It may be Dreamstar.
It's most
You're very kind.
anticipated. Let's put it that way.
I know that Sophie would prefer Ghost of Tsushima 2, something like that.
Did you not? Did you
I'm
nominate that?
honestly
In
not
fact,
sure. I'd be happy with Ghost of Tsushima just remaining a one-hit wonder, if you know what I mean. I
That
think
is-
Jin's story was good the way it was and the way it ended.
Like a band.
No spoilers,
Yeah,
no
I can
spoilers.
imagine.
yeah, that's very true, Sophie. Some games need to end, but in fact, if you looked at our nominees, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon
Yeah.
Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, and Elden Ring. I guess Elden Ring of all of those nominees, games that people are really looking forward to, is the only one that's not technically a sequel, although it's sort of a sequel within the evolving world of the Soulsborne series, right? Which is interesting, right? Because this also shows that when it comes to games of the future, it you almost have to go by what the big publishers are telling you, right? Are hyping up, right? There were. Do you, by the way, know, Corinne, how many more nominees there were across this whole category? I'm gonna guess quite a few more, right?
Let me take a peek.
I'm
We had
pretty
in
sure
total.
I did nominate Vampire the
About
Masquerade
20, I
Bloodlines
think.
2.
Yeah, it's about 20-ish.
Yeah.
But I also nominated 2 others that aren't in there. So there's got to be much more.
Let me quickly interrupt the proceedings to give a wonderful shout out to Berenice Mescal, wonderful name, and Trumpets, of course, as well. Thanks
Hi,
for
Berenice.
joining. Very
Yeah.
first time chat for a viewer. Always great. It's always something to celebrate.
I am prepared with some mezcal too.
Oh, very good, very good. With some pisco, I'm still sipping my mead, so that is, I guess that's it's good. It's a good.
I'm not as fancy as you are, but I do have
mean-
my fancy drink.
In a fancy little glass. I am drinking water.
Salute.
So I guess you're still fancy.
Salud.
Then.
My glass is empty, unfortunately.
Same.
I already
No worries.
drank it
It's
all.
almost a philosophy position, I believe, with not being together. I wish if this someday happens together, but
Yeah.
it will happen eventually.
It will happen eventually. We have, I'm sure, some news coming up soon that maybe it's very hard together with the corona pandemic, of course, but we are definitely organizing another interactive past conference, and we very much hope that will be this year, that we will get to celebrate it together again. Much more news about that coming in very soon. Not just before Christmas. We want to give everybody, I'm sure everybody's hyped for that, but we also want to keep people a quiet Christmas, not continuously being hyped about the interactive past conference. I wanted to say, Javier, that you say that you're not as fancy, but I absolutely love when I was working in the Dominican Republic, that we call it a chacabana. I don't know if that is also the word that you would use for it, but I absolutely love it. I think it's pretty fancy.
Do you mean the guayabera?
Guayabera, yes, exactly. Yeah, no, for sure. In the Dominican Republic, that was always called Achacabana. I honestly don't know why there have to be two terms for it, but it's definitely a fancy one, I would say. I like it. I like it a lot. So
thank you.
In a bit, in a way, I wish we could switch, because the last time that I was able to actually get a Guayabera or a Chacabana from the Dominican Republic is now 10 years ago already. So mine are looking a bit the worse for wear.
We can trade guayaberas for Dutch cheese. I so miss Dutch cheese.
That is. I'm gonna guess that's a smart trade. It is definitely, when it comes to, it's probably the best that we have to offer here in the Netherlands. I'm gonna guess.
Oh no, so many things. The Rijksmuseum.
We cannot.
You want the Rijksmuseum for a bottle of.
We will.
Yeah. One museum.
Shift the Nachtwacht. It's fine.
It's just a small painting. Yeah, they already cut pieces of it, so I mean, you can cut another piece of it.
Yeah, just maybe a corner or something. That will work.
Who's gonna miss that?
We can cut out the dog and then we'll just
So we have a very special treat for all our viewers. By the way, thanks so much for joining in our chat and being part of these silly but also fun awards and important, prestigious awards as well. And that treat is a trailer that you prepared. I don't know, especially for us, but you definitely prepared it. Let's put it like that.
For you.
For us. Wonderful. So we have a world premiere. I don't know what to do with it. I should have had some sort of sound for a world premiere here.
Well, trumpets.
Game awards, of course. There has to be trumpets.
Exactly, there's trumpets. And I will see what else I can. Victory, maybe. Yeah, there we go. This is all stuff that you cannot hear on Discord, unfortunately. But people in chat can. So, I'm gonna run the trailer right now. It's about 4.5 minutes, if I understand correctly. After that, I wanna get back and chat a little bit with you about that.
Sure.
We do the
I
last.
can give you a 10-second introduction if you guys want.
Or 20. I mean, take 30 seconds. I'm gonna be generous.
Take half an hour. Take the whole day.
So usually we hear about the Spanish and the Aztecs as the big enemies, but that is a colonial version of events. And based on experts and the Tlaxcalteca, who we have spoken with, they tell us that it was not the Spanish who defeated the Aztecs. It was, in fact, the Tlaxcalteca. So these were two indigenous groups here in Mexico. The Tlaxcalteca are very much still alive. The Mexica, more or less, I would be kind of like a Mexica living here in Mexico City. And the Tlaxcalteca and the Mexica had been enemies for centuries. So what we're going to see is a trailer when our players control the Tlaxcalteca prince, Xicotencatl. The Tlaxcalteca were the ones who invited the Spanish to their plan to destroy the Aztecs. As we all know, whenever Europeans arrived in many places, there would come disease. So the disease would destroy both the Mexica and Tlaxcalteca. That's why we usually just hear about the victorious Spanish. So we took one of the documents, a codex, that tells the Tlaxcalteca point of view, and that is the cutscene that we're going to see. In our game, we tried to adapt as much as possible the real documents that survived, and we only adjust a bit so that it is more game-like. In this case, we took the codex and also from Zelda, from Wind Waker. I'm not sure if you have seen it, but with Zelda, there are some codexes that sometimes they use. So we kind of made a combination of these two styles. I hope you enjoyed it.
Nice. All right. Rolling it right now. And hopefully, no technical issues. unmute us? There we go.
We're back.
We're back.
That was pretty intense. Whoa.
Yeah, very intense indeed.
Happy that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's especially so. It's just an epic tale, isn't it? It's an epic history, not just a tale. It is an actual thing that, well, most of it happened. Right? There's a question: how much of this is real? As Bianca.
Yeah, I saw that question on chat. So most of this is real. Like I mentioned to you, we took both the real event, the massacre, the Toshcatl massacre, that is the massacre when the Mexica were adoring our gods. And we also took the real documents. So most of that document, let's say around 80%, is real, as the Tlaxcalteca presented it. Tlaxcalteca had this document that said that they were the ones who actually did the fighting, because they wanted to get more rewards from the Spanish crown. And what we are going to do is we're going to show some of the same events in our game, but from different points of view. To this day, historians still debate what happened, because the Spanish claim one thing, like we saw the Tlaxcalteca claim another thing, and the Mexica also claim another thing. Maybe if you'd like, I can show you what this event will look like from the Spanish point of view. Would you like that?
Yeah, for sure. If that's
Yeah.
if that's possible from where you
Yeah, it's just a screenshot, but you
Wonderful.
can see a bit.
Let me watch the stream real quick. Wonderful. Let's have a look. Will this work out on our end? Yeah, I think so.
So what we saw was from the Tlaxcalteca point of view, and that was a cutscene. And this is more or less what will happen in real time. It will be a 3D game, and this is the Spanish point of view. Not all of the Spanish participated in this massacre. So our Spanish protagonist, Isabel Rodriguez, a real person, the first nurse here in the Americas, she arrives moments after the massacre, and she finds cosmic horror consequences because of that. People are floating, and she's marveled, but at the same time scared of finding the floating Aztec capital with people like this. She has to figure out what happened. And we can see, let me open, I have the picture here, how this place looks like today. Have it here.
Yes.
And this is how this place looks like today. Yeah. So this moment of our game, the Toshcatl massacre, happened at the sacred precinct, and the Aztec capital is what is buried on below the current Mexico City. So when there was recent excavations, we found the Templo Mayor, where you saw the cutscene happening, the duel between the two princes. All of that is very much real.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this. There's so many there's so many things in the trailer, in this as well, in what you're telling us. And I mean, on a very personal level, I you probably know, right? My background is in fact in what was called, when I was studying, sorry for this horrible study title, didn't choose it, but it was called it was a research master in ritual and religion in what was it called, in Indian America. So but that said, sort of negate the horrible title. We had an amazing professor, Professor Maarten Jansen, at Leiden University, who was in fact always showing us these codices, these narratives, and also very much stressing, because he had an absolutely deep love and understanding. He is still married to a Mixtec woman. Of the people here, he received a prestigious award as well from the Mexican government. So there's so much that basically, when I watch your game, it takes me back to when I when I was studying pre-colonial archaeology of the Americas a while back now, almost in pre-colonial times for me. And then, sort of on top of that, I think I would have never studied archaeology if my mother and father hadn't visited Mexico as tourists a long time ago. I guess it was the 70s, early 70s, and very, very much sort of completely fascinated by this absolutely fascinating, beautiful culture. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing more of this in the future. And I
I'm
think
happy that you enjoy it, Angus.
yeah, and I think in upcoming in next year maybe when we do these awards again, your game will be among the nominees. Maybe at some point it will even be a best game in the past from that year, or maybe a best game from the past at certain points. I can absolutely see
It
in
will
our
be
chat.
an honor.
Yeah, I can
With the
absolutely.
team, we work a lot, and we believe that not only is this is it an objective to make a fun game, but actually I learned a lot from you. And something that I believe it was Eva who shared is that we're so many gamers, but sadly we don't have enough impact, I believe, in the discourse outside of our bubble in games. I recall that Eva shared something like 40% of all people are now gamers. So this is huge, 3 billion people. What I want us to have with our game and potentially with more informed historical games is to help fix issues that are right now the consequence of centuries ago events. For example, right now here in Mexico and in other countries, there's this rise of authoritarianism. And based on books that we have read, for example, on the institutional framework of Why Nations Fail, we know that so many of the institutions that Mexico has are descendants of what the Spanish wrote, of the encomiendas, that is, of not working, but having people to exploit that would work for you. So we still believe that way here in Mexico. And we believe that only games can allow people to really immerse. I like a lot the comparison that you do of games being a time machine. I also think of them potentially as empathy machines. I believe that by not demonizing that all the Spanish are bad or all of X group are bad, but by showing the different points of view and showing that they were people in impossible situations, potentially these 3 billion gamers can appreciate and have an impact on these current issues.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, I think we are in full agreement of what games can be and do. Absolutely, they're not time machines in the sense of, and there's still a lot of games that are time machines in the sense that they allow us to be tourists. But I think the next step for the type of games that you love to make and we love to play is to in fact be time machines and give us experiences that are about getting to know other people in the past, getting to know their histories and heritages better, and take that information with us to the present. So, thank you so much for joining us here, Javier, and showing off your
Pleasure.
stuff. Get back to work. No, just kidding.
I will. Absolutely.
Yes, you will definitely go back to work. I'm sure.
Appreciate this more for our game.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Thank you so very much. See you around. And of course, where you are, also happy holidays and a wonderful new year for you as well. Stay happy and healthy.
Feliz Navidad. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Wonderful. All right.
That was so cool. We need to stream this game.
Yes. We will. I mean, quite literally, you're working on it right now, right? So we have to have a tiny bit of patience, tiny bit. Don't know exactly how much
patience, right?
Because, I mean, Javier's already left, so it's we don't want to sort of keep on talking about it. But I think underlining it once again, I think what these developers are doing with this game is something that is really it takes a lot of effort. Javier appearing here on stream and talking to us and interacting with us, and the same goes for the rest of his team. I've already had wonderful interactions with many of them, and it takes time out of the development schedule. But I'm so happy that he and the rest of his team, as far as I know as well, is still convinced that it is worthwhile to invest in these relations. So and I all I can say is I'm sure that us here and people in chat are really looking forward to play this game, but also to help it move forward as best we can.
So final point, you can also sign up
100%.
for their newsletter. I dropped a link in chat. You'll get some game art, I think, as a present as well. So.
Wonderful. And maybe next year, indeed, let's nominate some more indies for games of the future. Then again, this is a community, as so many things, this is a community-driven thing, so you are in fact in control. This also applies to the continuation of the quiz. Yeah, for sure.
Yay.
We are gonna be heading to the last section of this quiz, if I recall correctly. So Yeah, right? Yeah, we had 3 sections already. Yeah, so this is the last section of it. I'm gonna say that if you play your cards right, even if you haven't played up till this far, I mean,
You can
You
still
could-
win. We can still kick out Ludo history, right? I
you
mean,
could still
Yes.
kick out Ludo history. Absolutely. 100% you could still do that. Not that you
want
have to,
though. I mean,
but you could. So,
we don't,
everybody
we're
ready?
we're not
Switch
saying
on
you
your
should,
quiz
but you
kits.
can.
You can, exactly. Don't kick Ludo history out of anything except for maybe the top spot in this quiz.
Yeah.
And after
the
that,
only thing we kick here is ass.
exactly, and and
Oh, yeah.
racists and
Fascists.
and Nazis.
After all the bad people and the bad
Yeah.
things we kick, sure.
Absolutely. All right, everybody ready?
Just hit it.
Just hit it.
3,
Next
2,
question.
1, let's jump.
How does it work like that? We still have the delay.
Who is a resident expert on hubris?
Oh, really? Really? Really though?
I don't know.
Oh,
All right.
Bianca Plays 97 asks if the link is to be shared by others than value.
The link for the trailer.
For the newsletter, I think.
Yeah, so the the link I posted in chat brings you to
Yeah.
the newsletter sign up. I need to ask Javier, but I think probably you can share it.
I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be on their
It's-
YouTube channels very soon, Bianca. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, but I
To
think
the where you can sign up for the newsletter, that
Yeah.
link.
Oh, I'm sure that you can share it around, share the love.
I mean, I put it in
Yeah.
chat, so I mean, yeah.
Search your channel for me. You're definitely more Europe friendly. Wonderful. I mean, let's before we get to the question for the ages, who is a resident expert on hubris? Let's highlight the fact that Ludo History, top player currently, is also absolutely a top streamer when it comes to historical games. And if you have never checked out his streams, do so with haste,
Yeah.
post haste, and spread the love in this historical games community. Because as
Also, I like Herr Prof. Doctor's comment. Hubris is the name of my desktop computer at work. They need
very
this.
good,
Yeah.
very good. Well, the answer is then not your desktop computer, but the answer is Sophie. There were. I mean, I understand why people answered Aris. I'm very happy that nobody answered me. And I'm also very happy that
Can't
nobody
say the
answered
same.
J.A.
J.A.
Pesco.
Pesco,
Yes.
which is kind of
J.A. Pesco is simply a resident expert, period,
on everything.
on
Yeah.
everything. But maybe not on hubris, because I don't think there's very few people that have less hubris than J.A. Pesco. He's a high flyer, but he always safely lands those planes. You, however, Sophie, are a bit of an expert on hubris, right?
Well, I mean, I have nothing to say. You know what? I have nothing to say. No comment. It's all for the good of the people. It's all for entertainment and education.
Absolutely. If you just dig around in our older clips, and you will find out why, or in fact watch Sophie streams, and it is part of the introduction video of your streams.
Yeah.
I
Not
think
by my choice, though.
no, not by my choice. In very much, in fact. So, I'm gonna guess. There are so many great moments from our stream from this year, but I'm gonna guess that is still my favorite moment.
You mean that the lion?
When
He's
you
got a
just
lion.
yes, exactly. When you're not like, I'm gonna kill it, and then you run up, and there's this lion who just absolutely mauls you. Well, not you, but your character in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's great. Nina is the only hubris-free SCP streamer. Yes,
I mean,
on
press
point.
X.
I never
but
hubris. Neither
okay.
does Green, but not technically STP streamer. So I guess yeah.
All right. 2 more questions. Let's see who is in fact in the lead currently. Contestant number 11 did very well on this score, but let's see total scores. Oh no, Ludo history is
course, yeah.
very
Jay
much there.
Pesco's favorite moment is still the entire 3 lesbians in a barrow stream.
Yeah, it is a great moment, and I'm gonna guess he referring to your 3 lesbians in a barrow stream, not the one that we did very much earlier on this year, somewhere in summer. It was nice, but it was.
You know what my favorite streaming moment was of the past year, Angus?
No.
When Aris dropped his beer and neither of us noticed. We just continued like nothing happened.
That was a good moment too. I was like, "Oh shit! I dropped my beer."
And we
You're
were like, anyway, bananas. We were talking about bananas.
yeah,
Instead of beer. Oh no.
we were talking
Anyway.
about bananas. Yeah. Do you have any favorite moments, Corinne?
Well, I think it's actually in the next clip. That stream that was really truly memorable for me. We'll see it soon. No spoilers, but where we
no spoilers.
kept going back to the same place because I was very unlucky and Angus helped me be unlucky.
Very true. Very
No
true.
spoilers.
I'm also gonna say one of my favorite moments with you is in fact you trying to platform jump puzzle in the mod version of the Forgotten City.
I hate that.
That was an epic 15 minutes of streaming, just hopping on those little platforms. What is your favorite moment? Could be one of your own, Sophie, but what is your favorite moment from streaming the past this year?
Oh, geez. I think just the entire undertaking has been a favorite moment in my personal history. I think there was some point at which a friend and I found a secret way into the Sphinx at Giza through its butt, and then I made, I think, a threefold pun about that, which was very gratifying for me and probably hell for the viewers.
Well,
So
the sad thing is though that moment is lost to the ages. I think
yeah, it is.
we all shall not name whoever did that. Aris. Aris.
Aris.
The first detention stream is also a classic for the ages. Absolutely, that is absolutely a great. It is a horrible classic for the ages. First detention stream, Nina. And
I've erased that from memory. God,
yes, that
I've
was
said
horrible.
it before and I'll say it
What
again.
stream?
I
What
do not
stream?
handle
What?
horror very well.
Detention. It was.
What? No,
It's the
we've
only
never played
thing
that. No.
I'm literally. Wow.
in my streams when I was platforming and not being very good at it. The only thing I had going for me when I was playing the Forgotten City, not the mod, but the actual game, that I could freak Angus out with the statues that were moving to make myself better about my platforming
Oh
skills.
my god, those statues in the Forgotten City. We won't say too much about those because that is some spoilerific territory. But beware the statues. Don't trust the statues. I mean, when it comes to Ava, I think the Chicken Carnival shanty was gold.
Either that or Thirst Fox.
Or the
That
first.
was a Thirst Fox that's a high lore moment as well, right? I mean,
It is a high motor moment. Bianca, I'm just going to say bye, Bianca. Thanks so much for joining. Great to see that you're out of LA traffic. Enjoy your class. Spread the word to your friends. And hopefully we'll see each other in the future. For realsies, I mean, but in chat, I'm quite sure. All right, that was great. Let's go to the next question. How often do we have technical difficulties on this stream?
mean,
Do you want the
go-
propaganda answer or the true answer?
I mean,
Oh,
how many
it's
technical
all.
difficulties
Never mind.
we've had today? I mean, so Angus, what's your worst technical difficulty ever happening to you?
Oh, there are so many, my friend. There are so many. I guess most of them are from the earlier eras of value streaming. I think one of the ones that I wasn't personally part of, but was absolutely horrible, was at the Faculty of Archaeology, a Let's Play, Faculty of Archaeology at Leiden, where they actually managed to blow up Krein's PS4, trying to connect it to a
What?
big screen. Yes, I was not
Okay.
there for that,
Krijn.
but that's probably the worst technical difficulty we've ever had. I'm gonna guess my horror technical difficulty was last year as well, with the internet hiccups continuously happening during Tipsy Online.
Oh,
Thank you, Leiden University, with super fast internet. All right,
least it
reveal the
hasn't-
answer. But what am I talking about? We never have any technical difficulties. It just never happens. It just doesn't. Right? We never have that. It simply doesn't happen. There's still people. There's still people that voted for we. No, I really.
My PC has never shut off in the middle of a stream. Never happened. It's never happened.
Also, never happened. Probably should have read all of the above before clicking on the another answer. Probably
we
very
haven't
much
ever,
less this
like,
now. Oh,
we haven't ever started a stream where one of us was muted. Never.
No, never happened.
Nope.
Never.
I've never had to
Accidentally,
spend an entire afternoon getting AC1 to work on a computer that was too fancy to handle AC1.
Never happened. That was
accidentally having hotkeys binded to both the streaming thing and to the game. Never.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Never.
No.
These things never happen. Yeah. Hey, that's why you watch us, to now and again see technical difficulties never happen.
See pro streamers in play.
All right.
Because we're actually cosplaying being pro streamers.
It's just to support the notion that we are in fact human and not some sort of eldritch creatures pretending to be human.
We didn't arise from the dreams of darkness. No, this is very true.
Well, maybe we did, but doesn't do well for your image to be perceived as such.
No, that's very true. That's true. I don't think they would have any eldritch beings at Leiden University teaching or learning. Not entirely sure. Or the whole university might be eldritch beings. Could also be the case.
Yeah, I'd say head off to the archaeology faculty. There's definitely some sort of supernatural half immortal beings roaming those halls.
Talking about Corrie Bakels.
I don't know Corrie Bakels,
but
I know a few
you haven't
others.
met that elder being. No, that's Corrie Bakels is a classical professor of botany at not a classical professor, but a classical in the sense of a classic by herself of botany.
Hold up! I think I know who you're. I've never had a class from her. I've never even talked to her, but I think I know who you're talking about.
She is not teaching anymore, sadly. She's a great instructor as well as a great researcher and just a wonderful human being that did a ton for the rights of women at Leiden University and just in science in the Netherlands. Really a shining example, I would say. So definitely somebody, if you ever have a chance to talk to this eldritch being. All right, is it like a Professor Schijver who's still publishing at 92? Yeah, more or less.
I mean, every university has got one, right? I mean, in Utrecht we had like Marietje van Winter, who is still publishing, who like skips out events because she was traveling to Greece at age of 95 or something. We're like, what? To congresses in Greece?
I mean, probably because of Greece, I would say.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right. So, last question for or quiz. This one is, I think, a little bit symbolic. And by the way, it's one of Corinne's. It's a little bit symbolic because 2021 was still a bit of a shitty year, right?
Mildly.
Mildly shitty.
A
tad shitty. But even in the shittiest of years, you still have to seize the day now and again.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. We all know the saying, carpe diem. But who do we have to thank for it?
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, damn it.
I feel cheated. Too many ancient questions. I object.
I had two, Omer.
I had no questions.
There's an ancient Roman bias here. What's
Yeah.
I haven't got definitely not coming from
Times New Roman with Roman questions? No.
No.
Yeah, but why did you get to make questions and I didn't? That's not fair.
I volunteered, Omar. You could be a bit more proactive and
all right, and the answer is in. It is in fact Horus. Oh my goodness, so many people answering Seneca.
I know neither of those persons.
If you have watched The Forgotten City, you know my opinion about Seneca.
Yes.
It is in fact also not Nero from Devil May Cry, sadly. But it's Julius Caesar, it is also not for sure. So I thought it was Julius Caesar. No, just kidding. When I first saw this question, I thought you gave me the answers already. So show the final. Hell yeah, more point loss. Well done.
Yeah, point loss.
So the final results are in.
Just look at it as a positive thing.
Oh, JA, you got so close. You got so close. But in fact, Ludo history is our master of all time and space.
And we'll get a reward. But what reward?
You will get,
Something
if you
which
choose to
we'll
accept it,
show soon, right?
the best game of the present. Gifted to you via Steam.
Maybe.
Contact us for the details. What that game is, you're going to find out right now.
It was at this moment that Angus knew he fucked up.
I like how you prepare to perch on top of the line.
Yeah, you can sit. You can sit.
Yeah, it's true. I've never even tried that. That's probably
You died.
That stream. That will haunt
that
me.
clip where Angus killed you. Yeah.
The best game of the present is Valheim. Even if this is definitely not part of my most glorious hours gaming ever.
It's one of the top streaming moments of the year again, where Angus you just jumped to your death. It was really funny.
That is also fun.
I went back there like 5 times.
Yeah, for sure. That too, right? So what you saw here was a compilation from our Lolheim YouTube videos. You also saw the beautiful mausoleum of Trolli Carnassus being completely deconstructed in real time. We had some great times in Valheim. I think probably this one because I received 5 votes, 4 votes, something like that. Quite a ton of votes.
Yeah, a 4, I think. Yeah.
But
right? Yeah.
Generally, I was very happy with the level of games that people have been contributing to this, right? Unpacking, Age of Empires 4, haven't played it yet. It's looking solid, but Dorfromantik.
Oh, Dorfromantik. I voted for that one, by the way. Yeah. As well. It's amazing. Please buy it and play it.
Oh, Sophie, you need Dorfromantik in your life. You also need everybody needs Valheim in their life.
Wow, this looks like a dream I had once.
It is a wonderful game. Unpacking is also great. So, JA, very graciously, Ludo History already owns Valheim, which is not so surprising, right? JA, if you want, you get to have Valheim. I don't think you own it already. But what we're gonna be doing then is the following. We have plenty of money to throw around. Ludo, do you already own Dorfromantik? Because if you don't, you're gonna get that from me, and then JA is gonna get Valheim. I think it's only proper. If you give away a gift, this is what I mostly studied for my PhDs, gift giving. Give away a gift, you're gonna get something in return. So, Ludo, if you haven't got Dorfromantik yet, or any of your other Unpacking, that's also fine. If you want to play Unpacking, that's another great game. And I guess you've already played Age of Empires 4 because I've seen you stream it. So yeah, get in touch with us via Discord. We'll have to become not stream buddies. We're already stream buddies, but Steam buddies. So absolutely, it could take a tiny little while before I get these games to you, unless you connect to me on Steam right now. So hit me up via Discord, and we can maybe still arrange this tonight. Otherwise, I'm traveling for Christmas, so won't be able to do it before Christmas. But these games are coming to you. There's something else that is coming to someone, right, Corinne? Because you looked at who of everybody could not be in our chat right now, but everybody who nominated gets to have our very nice new Return to the Interactive Past volume, just fresh off the press from Slidestone Press. The book, the paperback, just out. Who is the lucky recipient?
I sent you the email, I think. There were none
the email. Where did you send me the email?
in the chat.
Oh boy.
I completely forget.
Oh no.
In
In what chat?
In what chat? In what chat?
Oh my.
It's buried in our chat.
We never have technical difficulties.
It's not technical. This is
Never.
communication issue. That's something else.
Oh.
I mean-
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see it? You see
I
it?
see it. Sophie, I have a surprise for you. It is in
What,
fact
me?
you. You.
What?
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh!
You can see from my
Okay.
own surprise that this is definitely not a setup. You were the one that randomly rolled on Corinne's random encounters table. And
Okay.
you are getting a paperback of our newly published Return to the Interactive Past book. Congratulations.
Oh,
And
thank you. Cool.
And congratulations to all our award winners. So, to recap, we had the award winner Hades for the best game from the past. Best game in the past was Age of Empires 4. Best game of the future, God of War Ragnarok. Something I'm looking forward to quite a bit. And for our best game of the present, we had Valheim. We didn't collectively spend 3,000 or more hours in Valheim not to have it turn up as our best game of the present.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm looking forward to play this with JA. Actually. JA gets to build amazing constructions in our value server, in our Valueheim server. Maybe somewhere next year we will even do a stream together with JA in our Valueheim server or some other stuff. We should. I'm sure we're going to be doing many more lovely, great things. But for now, we're going to have ourselves a very nice and deserved bit of rest and relaxation, right? A lovely bit of a Christmas. I'm gonna guess yes, for all four of us at least, a Christmas holiday. I guess, and just generally a nice moment for introspection, recharging those batteries. We have some great stuff in the works for you for the coming 5 months. It will still be Sophie streaming through stealthily streaming and hubrising through history. There's still so much Assassin's Creed to discover, right?
God, yeah.
We're now going. It's an interesting, right? Because we went from basically from the newest to the oldest, but now we're slowly gonna get to the newer periods again. So hopefully that means less technical issues on those sides.
Unity will work.
Happy holidays to everybody in our chat. J.A., Ralphrius, Herr Professor Doctor, Ludo History, happy holidays. It's so great to have you all here.
Someone XX.
Someone XX.
Oh, by the way, Someone
top viewer.
XX gained 26,000 channel points.
26,000.
I have no clue how much or how little that is, but it's the most. So
I've been watching our streams for 5 years now, and I have 150k channel points collected. So
God almighty.
maybe it excluded mods
Yeah.
from the count,
Oh.
which
I guess.
is only fair.
Yeah. Which
Because-
makes sense indeed.
which absolutely makes sense. Twitch sometimes makes sense, so that's great too. Made Twitch make much more sense. Is there any game that you're looking forward to streaming or just playing next year, Corina?
I'm looking forward very much to one of the first posts I think I made for Value for the Pharaoh Revisited.
Yes.
So I really want to play that.
Pharaoh Revisited.
And of course, what I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna, I guess, force you to play it with me, is the expansion of Crusader Kings.
Oh, very good, very good.
As long as it's not Roman, I'm fine.
I have to say,
mean-
go for it, sorry, Sophie.
No, please.
I have to say that I also really enjoyed your co-op streaming together with Jao, with Vincent. because that also works. He goes with the same sadistically into those events that you do. Anything that you're particularly looking forward to streaming and or playing next year?
Me or
Yes, you.
Okay.
I mean, I know what
Two
Sophie
games.
is going to be doing, right?
I'm
two
going
games.
to be doing more Ghost of Tsushima, by the way, because Dr. Bausch responded.
Oh, that is excellent. That is in itself. Ilona Bausch used to be a Leiden University professor, but now is
She is.
She still is. Oh, wonderful! I thought
Yeah.
she was exclusively at. I forgot what the name of the Japanese university is that she's at. But,
No, she came back. She
Oh.
is in fact here.
I am
with
living.
us.
I'm living in the past, so that is wonderful.
again.
Next time you speak to her, and I also get to say hi on chat to her because she was one of my teachers, in fact, a long time ago. Yeah. So
Anyway,
Damn.
yes,
two games I'm looking forward to coming year. First, A Plague Tale Requiem, because A Plague Tale, amazing. And you go, rats. I mean, what more do you want?
No
but
time to hate on children.
Oh, but
Yay.
literally, Plague Tale, like the first one was a good game, so this is gonna be good. And also, second game, Manor Lords, which is medieval strategy, city building. But I mean, yeah. What more could I want?
could you
What
possibly
more could I
want?
possibly want? It will probably go in early access next year, but it's like one developer, so it's kind of slow.
I'm looking forward to, in fact, stream some Civilization 2. Playing through all the civilizations on stream has been a dream of mine. No, not exactly a dream of mine, but it has been basically a research project of Ares and mine, and that has been left on the table for far too long now. But we're gonna be returning to that in January. So Sid Meier's Civilization 2. It's literally been ages since I played that game, and I'm sure it hasn't aged well. But we're still
Probably
going.
hasn't, no.
But we're still going.
Probably not.
According to many, it is the greatest Civilization game. So
Haven't played it, no.
you haven't played it. There you
No.
go. So it should be quite an interesting ride. It absolutely has the best full motion videos of any of the Sid Meier Civilization games.
And Ludovic couldn't even get that game to run, so I mean, good luck.
Good luck.
Uh,
Well,
Feel you.
talking about Civ, talking about games of future, will we get a Civ 7 announcement next year?
yes,
We will, right? I think we will.
it will be announced next year. Yes, for sure. I couldn't even get that game to run, so good luck. I'm gonna guess. I'm not gonna guess. Oh, we'll get this game to run. I
mean, you got
made.
Civ 1 to run,
I
right?
got
So,
Civ 1 to run and to stream, so I'm hopeful, and that's all you can be, right? For the coming year, you can be hopeful.
Except if you're Ubisoft, because all your devs are leaving.
Then
I
then I guess yes, exactly. The Hubris Award goes to Ubisoft. Oh, horrible! Sorry, that
Jail.
was just jail.
Jail.
Oh. And with that wonderful pun, I'm gonna leave you to realize that you should never have watched any of these streams to begin with, but you did. Thank you.
we need a Joe command, by the way.
A Joe command. Yes, we do. Well, we will, yeah. Let's do a Joe command. I will work on that for as a fun Christmas thing. So, thank you for also for joining me, my fellow co-host. It's been lovely just shooting the breeze with you in this what almost it feels like a holiday already for me. So I hope that the same applies to you.
One more day of work. And then
One more day of work. That's
Kind of depends on what my PCR test does, but
oh yeah, well definitely. Well, fingers crossed for those PCR tests, and just generally fingers crossed for all of your good health in the future. From all of us at the Value Foundation and we're streaming the past pros. Have a great holiday, great new year, and even if they're not going to be great, doesn't matter. You still have to be, and I hope you will be happy and healthy. Cheers.
Bye.